CI 1948 here, and this is a 1918 or 1919 Detroit torch. How this actually works is fairly simple. You come down here, fill that with gasoline, come over here and pump this, from what I've heard, 30 to 60 times, depending on how big your tank is. Make sure your valve is closed. Light a fire here, and it will heat up this igniter bit. And once that's done burning off, you can open the pressurized gas and it will start spraying out of here as a vapor. And you take a match and light it and it will start a flame at the end. You'll notice I am missing the little hook that goes here. You would take your soldering iron, and there's a little groove here, and you'd stick it over it so the end would get hot underneath the torch. Now, as you can see, this is very badly tarnished. Like I said, Grandpa's had this a long time. I've been messing around with it, trying to find the best way to polish it up, and I think I got it figured out. So we're going to jump into cleaning this up. But first, let's see about getting this top off. Now, I'm going to need a torch to actually heat that up and get it off. I kind of messed around with it in the vise. It won't just come loose. And what better torch to use than the Harmonic pocket torch we just did up. This thing does not work very well under windy conditions. Well, it's not the most ideal. There it is. I don't know if you can see it. It's going. Ooh, boy. Watch that. Doesn't have a very direct flame. It looks right here. Hit it. Definitely got on. And we lost the flame doing that. The sad news is this didn't really warm that up very much. We'll hit it with the other torch. A lot of cases were modern and a little better than the old. Now, let's see if I can, because that tank is... Ooh, 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 ooh. All I did was turn that. Which, wait, is that turning? No, that just turned on its own. Darn. That's not good. That's not what we want to do here. We may just leave that alone. I don't know. I don't want to grab by that hand. Mess it up. Damn. That's still good and warm. Well, since we couldn't get this unthreaded, let's see about getting this valve loosened up, because it's pretty stuck. Hopefully this comes loose. The thing's only 100-something years old. Let's see if we can get this thing unthreaded the rest of the way. Got it. There you go, that's all it is, a little needle valve. Kind of plunges in, limits how much vapor gets out. You can really see down there, we'll spray through there for sure. Actually, I should be able to run the straw through. Now, it's just a little too big. Lube this up, throw it back in there, I guess. See if that makes it move any smoother. Actually, might take some sandpaper and kind of sand that down a little bit. While we're here, throw this back in and see how it fared. Yeah, that's much better. That's how it should be. It should be easy enough to turn, not too tight. That's off. That torch again, heat it up some. Oh, there she goes. That broke loose. I don't want to touch it, but it came loose. I wish this would have came loose, but watching other people's videos, they've had a lot of issues with the steel and the brass corroding together, and really hard to get them apart. Let's see. Still the one. There's the plug. Hot. Uh-oh. That's what I was afraid of. If we want to get all that crud out of there, we are going to have to get this off because this is so high in the center. The rest will never come out. Yeah. We're going to shine it all up and make it look kind of like that. I was experimenting earlier trying to figure out exactly how to do this, and I think I got it figured out. So we're going to get into it. So what you're going to want to do first is get you a scouring pad. This here's a stainless steel one and some brasso. We're going to throw this on here. Use a fair amount. This stainless, it will kind of scratch, but not real bad, and we're going to work that out. You can see it's already starting to pull that furniture off. Walk around, make some noise. Look at that. We went from that to that already. We'll be there in no time. So we're going to go ahead and get the whole thing down to this point, and then we'll go from there on it. You look right down here, see where we're at. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take one of these scratch-free pads. Not this one with the green. This here's too aggressive. It will do deep scratches. You won't be able to pull out easy. You want a scratch-free sponge. And we're going to rinse and repeat. The brasso and the aggressive side of the pad. Look at that already. Now we're at this point, I'm going to go aluminum polish. I'm going to put a little bit on there. We're going to use that pad again. Rub that in. Look at that. She ain't perfect yet. There's a lot of deep stuff. Some of this stuff is fingernail deep on this thing because it's all scratched up, dented. It's not going to be totally perfect, but it'll definitely look fairly nice. It's still kind of rough here, so we're going to get this and go back to it. coming along pretty good. I'm going to go back to the brasso a little bit. Here's it there. Really, yeah, it's not really easy. I'm still doing it. So I am going to try the green pad on this more aggressive stuff down low. I wet it down really good. We're just going to lightly scrub. I don't want to make any super deep scratches to fix here. I did a little more fine cleaning. It's still not perfect. There's still a lot of little imperfections. It probably needs to be sanded down. See, like there, that won't come out. Some of this stuff's kind of deep too. It's like fingernail deep. But for the most part, it's going to shine up pretty good. We're going to work on the top here, and then up top here, I definitely am going to use the green pad though. It's pretty rough. Put a little brasso on there. We'll put a little more brasso on it. I guess I could hit the wire brush. This is a brass brush that's kind of wore down, so it's not very. And this thing's new too. I just got it out of the package. It's pretty wore down already. I did use it a little bit around the lip here, kind of get some of that corrosion off. I had to cut because this was getting kind of boring, and I kind of had to get my head in frame to look at some of the areas. My glove just broke through. Lovely. I have more. We'll swap. Now you can see the patent date down there, 13th, 1918. It's not going to be perfect. There's a lot of deep stuff in it. Well, next, we're going to get the handle. I kind of did up underneath too. We're saving the final polishing for the last step. We'll record that. But we're going to clean this handle up next. Notice that the handle's kind of a different color than the rest of it was. All the oils from hands have been sucked into the brass over the years. It's cleaned up pretty good. Not perfect, but we're getting there. I'm going to throw this in some lemon juice. Let it sit and soak because it's being pretty hard to clean up. So we'll see how that dissolves. And here it is. That lemon water didn't do very good. I ended up just scrubbing it off like I've been doing. Now we're going to go through and kind of polish it up real nice. Where do we want to start? We'll start with some Mother's Mag and aluminum polish. There we go. See if I can look again. Well, I just went over this and my phone decided to quit recording. We're getting there. So we're going to hit this with some Brasso this time. We used Mother's Mag and aluminum polish to get it to this nice detail. Now, there it is. We're gonna call that good. Is it perfect? Nope. Around here, it's still kind of rough. There's a lot of like fairly deep stuff I couldn't just get off there. There's dents and dings, and you know, it was well used, but it's a lot better than where we started. We're going to do a part 2 on this where we try and get it running. Detroit Torch 1318. Pretty good for over 100 years old. Gonna take some sandpaper and try and clean that up a little bit. You'll see that in the next one. I do plan on getting a proper buffer wheel set up with a grinder at some point after I get the shop going, so we'll probably come back and try and make this a little bit better. But as it sits, I'm going to call this complete. So I'll see you in the next one. Oh, we're going to have to get new leather. It doesn't pump up air very well, but we are going to try and get this running. I think it should go. Just replace that little piece in there and try and clean that tank out. I think we'll be fine. So I'll see you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe for more, and have a great day.